On April 13th, 1933, officers responded to what they thought were bootleggers on the south side of town. They found something much different. When the law enforcement arrived at this apartment at 3347 and a half Oak Ridge Drive, they didn't find bootleggers. What they found were Bonnie Parker, Clyde Barrow, Buck and Blanche Barrow, and W.D. Jones. W.D. and Clyde were in the garage loading a vehicle when the officers pulled up and blocked the right garage door. They tried to force their way in through the left garage door, and Constable Harriman was shot and died just inside of the garage. During this shootout, also, Detective Harry McGinnis was shot and fell on the driveway and lay bleeding. He would later die at a local hospital. W.D. and Clyde both sustained injuries during this time, but the criminals were able to make their escape. As the gang would have made their getaway, they would have went down 34th, turned south on Main, obviously not a 4-lane, and they would have continued south, not under an interstate, and then not around a roundabout, but they would keep moving south until they went over the Reddings Mill Bridge. The new bridge is there, but the old bridge is now a walking trail. Legend says that whenever Clyde came around the corner, it was everything he could do to keep it together and almost went off to the side trying to go around the corner. The gang would make it across the bridge and make their escape from law enforcement, at least for now. The remains of Constable Wesley Harriman lay in a cemetery in Saginaw, just south of Joplin. So Harry's right here, born October 7th, 1879, and then died April 13th, 1933. He's buried right next to his wife, Matilda, or Tilly as she went by. And Tilly actually passed away a couple years before Harry in just a freak accident. She fell off of a sidewalk into the street in Joplin and actually got hit by a car and suffered a fractured skull and died from those injuries. Hey guys, we are out in Howell Cemetery just outside of Lamar, Missouri, actually in Milford, and we are here in the far corner by the headstone of Urilla Earp, and that last name probably sounds very familiar to most of you. Her husband was the constable in Lamar and then later on became the famous lawman Wyatt Earp. Urilla and Wyatt were married early on in January of 1870, and then shortly thereafter, before the end of 1870, she passed away during childbirth, and the baby is buried here with her at the cemetery. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it was worth your time and you enjoyed what you saw. A little bonus footage at the end, of course, is always interesting. The tie to Wyatt Earp and Lamar just really makes me think, and my question for you this time is, who played Wyatt Earp better? Was it Kurt Russell or Kevin Costner? I personally am going Kurt Russell, but I'll let you make that decision. Please leave a note in the comments. And if you feel so compelled, like I always say, please click that like button. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.